like to go first?
Craig, just before anything, an update on Ryan Pappenhausen?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure there too clear, but he got a bad knock obviously, and I think he was out for about 10 seconds or so. So yeah, he's a bit ginger in the dressing room at the moment. Yeah, I think part of that's disappointment too. Like he's missed 3 weeks, and all of a sudden he's come on, started to play, and he's only played 4 or 5 minutes. So obviously, that'll be a big check up for our medical team, and we'll just see what they make of that tomorrow and go from there.
No suggestion that he's broken his jaw or anything like that?
No, he's just no. Well, not that I know of. I was just talking to him, so so I think it's just he's obviously got a bad knock there, and he was fairly badly concussed.
Given what you saw, Craig, do you think it's unlikely he'll play next week?
Oh yeah, I think so. Wouldn't like that, but I with all due respect, I can't see how he would be playing next week.
Your thoughts on the tackle? Did you think fair enough send-off?
In the climate that we're playing in at the moment, it probably is. But like I say, at the end of the day, that's other people to decide, and I don't want to really comment on that.
What about the climate we're playing in the moment, Craig? What are your thoughts on the weekend?
Yeah, I didn't watch our leap, to be quite honest, Rudy. I watched bits of games, but like at the end of the day, it is what it is. I can understand what the NRL are trying to do. I just I say it's just there's obviously there's things happening that might be a little bit inconsistent or whatever, but I can understand what the NRL are trying to do, and I suppose at the end of the day we just got to all jump on board with it, and hopefully the growing pains will go away pretty quickly.
Have you changed the way you're coaching the players in their tackling technique at all, Craig?
No.
You didn't have any issues tonight?
No. Like you're still going to get penalised if you hit someone in the head or tackle someone around the head, before this weekend. It's just that they're making a bigger point of it, and the penalties are more severe. That's the only difference. Like there's not as if you could hit someone in the head deliberately before this weekend. It's just, as I said, they're probably cracking down on things that in the past they might have let go, and as I said, the penalties are more severe. There's 10 minutes where there probably wasn't before. There's send-offs where it was probably 10 minutes. And then, I'd imagine that judiciary is going to be exactly the same. They're going to be a bit more savage than they were before for, the incidents that go to the judiciary. So I imagine that's going to happen as well.
Do you understand why they're doing it, Craig?
Yeah, without doubt. Yeah, the only little bit I got is, I think it's really hard for some, you're out there playing, you get under fatigue, you get under pressure, and we've already gone 9 or 10 rounds to change it then. I'd rather just change it at the start of the year and then go from there. But as I said, I can understand what they're trying to do. Like I say, I think that, there'll be a couple of growing pains, but obviously they're going to stick at it. They're not going to go away from it. So, we all need to adapt.
Do you think that you do need to look at like a widespread technical change if they are going to keep hammering every high tackle? Is that going to be the trend that the way you tackle change?
I don't know. I don't know. At the end of the day, I'm not privy to their meetings and whatever. So at the end of the day, whatever they come up with, at the end of the day, you can. You complain about it if you like, or don't agree with it, whatever you want to do. But at the end of the day, that's what it is. So you just need to obey the rules and comply with the actions that they want from players.
Yeah, yesterday, like Wayne and Robbo both said the legs tackle's kind of just gone out of the game because there's no benefit to making it because it's a quicker play of the ball. And I guess if there's more of those, there's less shots.
Well, I think there is that you take one thought that'll speed up the game. If you don't get any benefit for it, but at the end of the day, I think there is some benefit into tackling around legs in certain situations. On certain situations, tackling around legs, you don't get the reward that you probably should, but in some circumstances you do. I believe anyway. So it's just the different circumstances, yeah.
I saw Cam Smith in the coach's box.
Yeah.
Is that his first time this year? I think.
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, I expect to get a bit of advice, but yeah, he was pretty good. He spoke up a couple of times, and we thought I just love his opinions. Well, I don't love his opinions, but I treasure them. Sometimes it's not what I think, but like I say, for a guy that's played 400 games and 100 rep games or whatever, he knows a bit about the game. So he was very handy up there. Actually, I'd like him to be in there every week, but that's probably not going to happen. But it was great to see him back in there. With what happened during the week with our dummy halves, and what happened to Tyson today, would have been nice to throw him out there actually. And I was sort of hoping we could have run him out for our goal kicks as well, but unfortunately you can't do that. They might change that rule too for us for the rest of the year.
Did he say much to give you much advice? Or not?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he didn't probably not so much the second half, but the first half a couple of times, I asked him a couple of questions, and obviously a couple of coaches did as well. Get his opinion. So yeah, he's as I said, we'd be silly if we didn't take his opinion on board. So yeah, it was really good. Having said that, it's not as if he's in your ear, the whole 80 minutes. But it was good to have him there. It was really good to see him again. Actually, all the boys, really got a, like as I said, it was just really nice to have him, back in the dressing room again.
What about Nico Hines? Craig, how impressed were you with him? You said that he deserved to keep his spot.
Yeah, well, he did, and I know I might think different tomorrow after I watched the replay, but I thought he was our best player tonight. If not, he was up in our top three. And the real impressive part about Nico's game tonight, and I thought you could throw Riley Jacks in there as well. Those guys did not prepare this week. Not 1 minute did they prepare for the positions they played tonight. And I thought Jack's done a great job, especially defensively on Josh Kerr out there. Like, he's a hard guy to handle. He's a big guy. I thought Riley done a great job there. And like Nico, I know he's played fullback with us before, but this week he didn't do any work at fullback. So for him to have to change his position and go back there, I thought he handled it really well, and I was real happy with both of those guys.
How difficult is the prospect of keeping Nico looking the way he's playing and teams chasing him?
Yeah, well, we obviously want to hang on to him, but obviously there'll be a few considerations there, for us, but for him, like how much we can afford to pay him, I suppose where in what situation he'd prefer to play in a footy team, So, but we'll do everything in our power to keep him. He's the good part about Nico, he always is heavily involved, but he can just play a whole heap of positions as well.
Speaking of futures, Craig, you got a decision on yours yet, or how are we placed?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm on holidays at the moment, up at Twin Waters.
Or what?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. They're always closer. But how far? I don't know. Next question, eh?
Craig, this will be the last one. Head off. Craig, just quickly on that Josh Maguire tackle on Josh Shadow Carr, I think there. Anthony Griffin came in and said that, the hip drop one, I think it was. Do you have any thoughts on that? Did you see it?
Is that the one you went to the bin? Yeah. Did you go to the bin?
Just on report. Just on
report, sorry. Yeah. I've seen a few of them this year that probably haven't got a penalty against them, but last year, I think that tackle was very similar to what Kingy done last year. I think it was against St George. He got 3 weeks for it. So like sometimes it's but I ain't seen it once. So at the end of the day, it's not really up to me. Whatever my opinion is, it doesn't matter. It's what the review see, and then what the judiciary see, or what the referee sees out there. So at the end of the day, I probably wouldn't want to comment on that because I didn't really only watch it the once.